Let's do it. Hello, madam. How are you?
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's not fair?
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
Exile, huh? Guess it wasn't for having a hand in the cookie jar.
They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have... There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I can do that.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Okay. That'll have to wait.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since
Fair
you
enough.
have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Kandros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves.
Fair enough.
Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
So this is just a fucking mobile app that isn't a mobile app anymore. It's a fun way to get some more materials and shit. Fun. Anyway, strike teams can be sent on missions to support the Andromeda initiative. If they succeed, they'll earn XP and Ryder will gain a reward. If they fail, they'll only earn a small amount of XP and no reward. Apex is the most elite strike team in the cluster and handles critical missions. Select your mission and press X to send Apex. Progress will be automatically saved before multiplayer is launched. You will then play the role of an Apex operative in a small squad. Play Apex missions in multiplayer either with friends or through public matchmaking to earn strike team rewards for Ryder and additional bonuses. We will not be doing that. Read the description for each mission, the time limit to attempt the mission, the reward for successful completing the mission, and any mission traits or properties. These missions are currently available for your strike teams. Select a mission with X to send a strike team check back daily. For new available missions, the icon describes the difficulty of the mission. Alright, so we've got gold, silver, and Apex. That's an Apex bronze. Bribe attempt. So this is your current list of recruited strike teams. Select a team with X and equip them with specialty gear. Retire a team with triangle if you want to recruit a fresh team in their place. The more strike teams you add, the more missions you can undertake at once. Select recruit team to recruit a new strike team to your cause. Strike teams on a mission can earn positive traits if they succeed and negative ones if they fail. Strike team traits can change the chances of success the team has on specific missions. Obtain enemy ship locations, time remaining. Mission failed. I'm glad we started off with a mission failure. Oh god, are these from... These teams are from my previous playthrough. When I used to do it on the app. That's crazy. So I've got a bunch of teams. These are all level 20. They have a couple of effectiveness things. And I have some boxes. I'm going to claim all the rewards. I don't know what they all were. I don't care. Figure it out. I've got a gold Apex mission. Well, I do have 70% chance of success, 78 kilos going on this mission. What about this mission? Send a strike team. Ascending November. What about this mission? Well, let me do the golds first. 78% chance with Victor. And then what about you? Send a strike team. 94% chance for that. And then Quebec can do this silver. Can you do this? 87% chance. Okay, let's do it. These are not bad success rates. I do have mission funds. I don't know what those are for. I don't fucking remember. I think it's to give my team shit. But I'm not worried about that. So, I completed first strike. I did just get a bunch of shit though. So I got a new pistol. Another M3 Predator. Which I don't need. I don't know how to, like, update my equipment. I don't know how to do any of that yet. I did just get a new melee weapon. I don't know how to change any of my shit though. This is a problem. I got some minerals. I got some aluminum, some iridium, some magnesium, and some nickel. The codex has been updated with the initiative, and militia and apex. Though encountering hostile species was a possible scenario, political, philosophical, and resource restraints in the Milky Way mean the Andromeda Initiative does not have a standing army and only minimal military hardware. Defense was planned to revolve around technological superiority. The Ket, however, represent a greater threat than anyone projected. The Nexus militia was formed by Tyran Kandros after he was captured by the Ket and led other prisoners in an escape. Debriefs show that upon their return to Nexus, Kandros and his team provided the first early warnings about the Ket and, despite counter-arguments, founded and armed a volunteer militia. Today, enrollment lists show around 300 active members, with 150 in reserve, from a variety of combat backgrounds. Kandros describes Apex as the militia's long reach. Selected for exemplary combat skills and experienced, Apex forces are small but elite teams that handle special operations. Most Apex members have rescinded their colonist status to focus on defense. Nexus. Tyran Kandros. In his screening interviews, Tyran Kandros states he is named after the ancestor who captured a dreadnought in the Krogan rebellions, and he was expected to live up to the name. After beginning boot camp at the traditional age of 15, Kandros rose through the ranks and was assigned to Sagres 8, one of the hierarchy's counterterrorism divisions. Persistent rumors on the Nexus claim that Kandros was sent to investigate the Andromeda Initiative when the hierarchy became suspicious about his activities. Kandros refuses to comment on the former operations, citing family pressures as the reason he later joined the initiative. During the early days of the Nexus's arrival, Kandros left the station to act as protection detail for a prospecting team and was captured by the Ket. He managed to lead several other captives in an escape and returned to the Nexus, eventually founding a volunteer militia to defend the station. Nakmor Kesh, overseer of the Nexus's initial design and construction phase in the Milky Way, Nakmor Kesh is currently superintendent of the station. She has oversight of the Nexus proper, maintaining systems, integrating any returning arcs, and continuing construction efforts. She is also considered a senior figure in Clan Nakmor, despite the departure of the majority of the Krogan from the Nexus. Kesh herself described her role as Fixer-in-Chief. Records from the Nexus Uprising show Kesh played a key role in keeping the station operational during the crisis. Her strong management and knowledge of the station makes her an irreplaceable member of the Nexus leadership, though minutes of official meetings suggest she and Director Jarun Tan are often at odds. Kesh's presence ensures that the Krogan still have a powerful voice on the Nexus. Getting to know Helios assignments, Nexus first murder, speak to the prison guard. We finished first strike. The militia strike team handled... Yeah, I don't need to read any of these. But we are going to go speak to the prison god. I read that data pad.
Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Operations.
You'd be surprised. There's also Purvine in the seed bank.
Hello.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for a frontier. We know Cat are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
That's fair.
We're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
We got it.
This wasn't in the job description. We have to find a world, then save it.
Glad it's not just me feeling it. But it's not just you either. We're a team, right?
Yep.
It's what they need us to be.
I got you, Liam. Liam's a cool dude. I like... Okay, so... Liam and
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Cora are kind of like our Caden and Ashley, right?
Wonderful.
And I'm going to draw the comparisons to the squad consistently
Mr.
Professor
as
Sherwood,
we get
My
through,
colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
to an extent. Can I join in?
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
That's fair. Hello, Chief Lucan.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Try and stop me.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there.
Cool.
Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
I can do that.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Geophysics VI beta build. Patch notes. Chief R. Lucan. GSV 2031 streamlined interface with OmniTool. GSV 2093 tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminum and aluminium. GSV 2105 haptic interface no longer defaults to transparency. Also resolves GSV 2027 haptic interface not found. GSV 2135 customized SAM handshake protocols. Okay, let's do it. How about you, Herrick? What do you got for me?
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
Sure.
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
100%. Hold on. Final proposal, Professor N. Henrik et al. Since we are, by definition, an invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster presents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of the Milky Way. But this cluster is scarred by the Scourge, and its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. That, too, requires conservation. I activated this. Why didn't it activate? Anyway.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously.
Okay.
They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
I got
Don't give
you.
up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know. The beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder. But there's more they can do.
How can I help?
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Plans for a school are underway to inspire a new generation of young minds. I want to craft a model of the cluster for them, accurate and splendid from your data. My prototype is on that console.
Okay.
Add more scans to improve it, and I will share my educational budget with you. And my thanks.
Okay. Cluster model, Dr. Linomi Aridana. The 3 initial system models will be completed by next week. We shall see our place in the world. Orbital variance for the Nexus. It must be corrected as construction corrects our orientation. A reminder. Our daughters will not know stasis. The 600 years sleeping. They will be born of Andromeda in whatever is unfolding. This cluster in its chaos was not welcoming. But it matters less what we suffer here, the more what we bring. Okay. I've turned them all on. Alright, I have new journal shit. Additional tasks. Models of the sphere scan planets across Helios. Completely alien. Scan Andromeda wildlife. Scan minerals. And then find the missing science vessel. We do have this. We gotta talk to Tan. I don't want to talk to Tan. It's a shame that that voice actor is Tan, because Tan's an asshole, but that guy is a great boy. I wish he was in more shit. Okay, we'll be back to this in a minute. Wait, can I look at it now, or am I not allowed? Damage control from Tyrion Kandros to Tyrion from Tan. Kandros, as you're aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during your absence. Events escalated quickly, though we believe it began with a fire in hydroponics and theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprising vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor. But for the leaders, including your predecessor, former Security Director Sloan Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There had been perfunctory attempts to catalog and address the damages caused by Sloan's people during the uprising. Supplies stolen, equipment broken, things of that nature. But I was hoping the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we're working with if we're going to survive. Director Tan. Damage control. To Director Tan from Kandros. Director Tan. I need my people focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll get Sergeant Nels to look at it. That said, it was my understanding the exiles were more Calyx's people than Sloan's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Kandros. To Kandros from Tan. Galus Corvanus may have started it, but Sloan made her allegiances clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. To Tan from Kandros. Sloan Kelly's not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. To Kandros from Tan. Good. Then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Sloan and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I don't want any surprises. Report, exiles. To Tan from Kandros. Forwarding the report from Recon Team 232. Trail's cold. Found what looks like abandoned camps in the Pfeiffer system, but none with living inhabitants, only graveyards. The conspirator, Arita, was among the dead, but not Sloan Kelly. Kandros. Alright. None of that is what I need. Container. Sidewinder.
All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
What are those circles? Are those just spot, like, places? Speak with Tan, speak with Tan. Got it. There's an arms merchant here. Okay, so they sell me the Crusader, the Falcon. The Crusader would be great, but the Falcon would be cool too. The Viper would be nice. So I do have extra pistols. I'm not going to use the charger. Actually, I'll probably use the Sidewinder. Sell all salvage. Confirm my trade. Melee. I have a Krogan hammer I want to use. I'm not going to sell any of this until I can figure out how to put it together. I'm not going to sell my resources or that. We want these. We do not want to sell those. I will explain why when we get to a point to use them. Hello, sir. Where do you think you're going?
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story.
Something like that.
Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
I'm so sorry, that's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... I admired that about him. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly.
That's fair.
Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great.
Yeah?
You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Alright, Kandros.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold.
I haven't seen Cora. Is she here? Oh, the map's in the... Wow, I'm blind. I don't see Liam on the map, so I assume I wouldn't... Oh yeah, Cora's with Tan.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
Murder case.
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros.
Fair enough.
Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Engineering update. We are working on access...
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
That is pretty damning.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Where are you? Hello, Cassidy.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer.
That's fair.
In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you.
That's
to me,
fair.
That's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
That's a hell of a statement.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Well, now I gotta go talk to Tan. For 3 things. So let's head into his office.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
That is obvious.
Artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus.
I mean, that is the...
depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
That is fair.
Okay. But you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
Fair enough.
If I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend to be.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer.
Fair enough.
And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Beat my ass, why don't you? I don't want tutorials, fuck off. Codex, the Nexus. Initiative Director Tan. Andromeda Initiative Director Jarun Tan is a replacement leader for those who died in the Scourge disaster. Personal records indicate he was the Nexus' Deputy Director for Revenue Management when the Ark departed the Milky Way in 2185. However, upon arrival in the Helios cluster, the disastrous encounter with the Scourge led to substantial loss of life among the senior leadership. So he's a glorified accountant. The line of succession eventually fell to Tan as the next in line for overall director, much to the apparent consternation of certain Nexus personnel. Born on Surkesh, Tan's application to the initiative lists his previous work experience as senior consultant, advanced matrix-based accounting, with hobbies in modern model shipbuilding and travel someday. When queried if he had any prejudices that would affect his ability to serve the initiative, his answer was blank. However, careful data forensics reveals that his original reply was, "Wait, you're letting the Krogan come along?" Today, Director Tan has official oversight of initiative operations and strategy, and effective supervision of Pathfinder teams. He does not like the Krogan. Understood. The Scourge is a colloquial term for the huge and extremely dangerous interstellar phenomena sighted across much of the Helios cluster. It appears to be a cloud spreading in tendrils that affect planets and surrounding space, destroying starships that attempt to pass through it or near it. Early study of the Scourge has been difficult. It does not match any previously known stellar body, leading to many wild theories about its nature. Given the problems in observation and the Scourge's unaccounted effects on gravity, some have suggested it is a dark energy phenomenon in the literal sense, meaning a form of energy that has no electromagnetic interaction and thus cannot be detected, hence dark, yet has strong negative pressure, causing expansive effects on a cosmic scale. Though the Scourge characteristics don't match our current understanding of dark energy, these theories persist while further observations are taken. No long-range data showed any sign of Scourge before departure of the Helios cluster. Nexus scientists suggest it must have appeared in the intervening centuries while the arcs traveled to Andromeda. One of the Scourge's most interesting characteristics is that it appears artificial. Its origin point is yet to be determined, but the patterns of the tendrils and the composition of those cloud could not have been caused by any celestial event known to astrophysics. Investigations are ongoing, though slowed by the deadly conditions created by the Scourge. And ships and vehicles. We now have the Ark Parchero. The Ark Parchero is the Andromeda Initiative's designated vessel for transporting the Solarian colonists to the new galaxy. Mirroring the design of its human counterpart, the Ark Hyperion, Ark Parchero can accommodate 20,000 passengers and crew in cryogenic stasis. Parchero's development was plagued by early delays and disagreements between its senior crew and the initiative's design team. The Solarian penchant for constantly pushing the boundaries of technology was often at odds with the realities of budgets and time constraints. At one point, it was calculated that if every vital and necessary improvement suggested by the Solarian contingent was incorporated in the Parchero's design, its launch would have been delayed until 2204 at the soonest. After considerable negotiation and debate, a compromise was reached, and the Ark Parchero departed the Milky Way in 2185 in the initial wave of settlers under the command of Captain Lamont Hager. The Ark Leucinia, constructed in orbit around Piares in the Asari home system Parnitha, Ark Leucinia is named after the Kingdom of Wealth and Learning in Asari mythology. She is built to the same specifications as her sister Ark Hyperion, with the internal modifications to accommodate Asari social preferences, and captained by Elonis Atandra. The Andromeda Initiative was initially rejected as human-driven boondoggle by many Asari investors. The construction of the Leucinia was met with ridicule. However, the efforts drew the attention of several matriarchs who had assisted in previous attempts to send crewed missions to Andromeda, and their impassioned extranet addresses helped turn the tide of public opinion. At her departure ceremony, Ark Leucinia was officially blessed by the Atamna Politia, an organization of Ciarist high priestess from across the Asari republics. Ark Leucinia traveled to the Initiative rendezvous point in 2184 and left the Milky Way as part of the initial departure wave in 2185. And finally, Ark Natanus. Ark Natanus was constructed in orbit around Aventon, a once lucrative mining planet in the Turium home system, Trebia. The Ark was named after the legendary spacefarer Palix Natanus, who is believed to be the first Turian to travel through a mass relay. The Natanus is built to similar specifications as the Asari and human Arks, but with no minor changes to accommodate her dextroamino acid-based passengers. Natanis is captained by the renowned De Prayton of the Sixth Fleet. Like most economical ventures, Turian investors were turned onto the Andromeda initiative by their clients, the Volus. Turian hierarchy was intentionally kept in the dark to keep the initiative a private civilian project. Ark Natanis traveled to the initiative rendezvous point in 2184 and left the Milky Way as part of the initial departure wave in 2185. So, the council races all had arcs, essentially. Do we get to see anybody else? We don't know yet. I'm going to want to get barrier. I need 9 points in biotics for barrier. That sucks. Combat fitness might be fine. I'm upgrading concussive shot though. Alright. We can upgrade Cora. Cora has 2 points. This is 2 points. And then Liam. Liam's going to get military training rank 2. That's going to be big. Our journal. Speak with Sam and Hyperion. Missing arcs. Find leads on the arcs. I got to speak to Tan for a few things.
Ryder, you may have a less than flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
Yep.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
The Nilken charge.
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
I'm hoping it proves something else happened.
This case has been a political nightmare. With all we've been through, the people need stability. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst.
That is
Should
unfortunate.
you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
That's fair. Who's managing that budget now that
Publicly,
Jan
I
Grayson's
would say
gone?
we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative,
Also,
Garson, is dead.
We know that these arcs are never coming.
How did Gene Garson die?
At least
With the
not
rest
for a
of the
while.
leadership,
Because most of
when
those
the
people are
Nexus hit
probably
the
dead.
Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Kendris mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
I want to circle
Criminal
back to
elements
that
took
Gian Garson
advantage of the
stuff later, but
emergency and
that's going to be
preyed on
much
people's
later.
fears. An uprising
Just
followed.
back of your head.
We had
Remember
no choice
that.
but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we called them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan
Damn,
demanded
dude.
a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why are you so racist?
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Gian Garson's vision made it happen. She was
Yeah,
an
this is what we
entrepreneur
keep
on
getting
Earth.
told.
Wealthy, young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
The question is
There are
how would anybody
thousands
ever
of
know?
reasons, one for every colonist here.
Nobody would
What
ever
does
know
any
that they
pilgrim seek?
succeeded or failed.
Usually, happiness.
They're just going to
Finding the thing
assume
moves them,
that
the
100,000
thing
people just
to
died for no
fulfill them.
reason.
While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arcs. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though
Fair
I'm not
enough.
sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
What's your role?
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does
Excuse
anything
me.
get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What's
sounds
the
like
problem
it.
with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic.
Fair enough.
She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space.
Fair enough.
Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard.
You're also the oldest Solarian to ever
saw my
live.
chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry. What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats.
That's
Whether
fair.
that's the cat, or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
Forward stations?
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Cool.
That's all. Thanks for
Thank you for everything.
Of course. As you pointed out, we need each other. Our futures depend on each other's success.
That's fair. We have more shit. A beta beginning. I got nothing new. Hold on. Priority ops. None of this is new. Okay, cool. I guess we gotta go talk to Sam.
Hey.
Hello, sir.
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. Third time this week.
That's
It's
terrifying.
getting worse. First one was small stuff. This one could have hurt bad if I'd been closer.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah.
This has to
And now
stop.
I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a PI. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, that's it. You can't possibly be involved in this.
You are right.
You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
I can help you,
Sure
sir.
thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
I got it.
No, I'm fine. And I don't know, it just blew up. Find out why. Be careful.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
I'm looking for it. It's up there.
All personnel, be aware of any
Maybe.
suspicious activity. Security
I fell down.
alert.
Watch it not even be up there. Oh. Panel.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Security update somewhere in your message.
All right. What about this one?
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
It went up here. I see it. Turn it off.
Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
I might have an idea of who it could be.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patel encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Well, that's a problem. Hi, Cora. Hold on.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
It's fine.
Yeah. Meeting Addison was interesting.
She doesn't know you. I do. And you're doing fine.
I appreciate it.
I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
Cool.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
I would like to do that, yes. Anyway, let's head to the deck. Hello? Hello? Where did this person go? Oh, there they are.
What's the latest about Wake?
Hello, madam.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here, I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patel's.
That's fair.
A third party seems likely.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
I can get access to that.
So whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk.
Fair enough. Well, I didn't mean to go there, but that's where we're going. I can't save. Why can't I save? I don't know why I can't save. Oh, do I have to talk to Sam? I might have to talk to Sam.
I'll make it
Leg's
work.
feeling a little better.
Looks like the muscle's bruised. The good news is the bone didn't break.
I'm sure the bastards were getting around to it.
Well, I don't plan on doing anything else with the PlayStation, so that's good. But we are done for the day. So I'm just going to leave this on here, and that's what we're going to do. We'll come back to this next time. At the very least, to get to the next save point. Regardless. Yeah, that's going to be it.